Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kyomo shadowing no lesson will yat ikimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zeiki. Chenaru no toroku. Wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever felt that knot in your stomach when the phone rings at work, especially if it's in English?
Oh, you mean that moment of, like, okay, deep breaths, let's do this. Yeah, I know that feeling way too well.
Right? It's like you've got to juggle company names, departments, who's the right person, all while trying to understand what the caller even needs.
And all of it in English, no less.
Exactly. So we're going to break down how to handle all that step by step in simple English.
Sounds like a plan. And trust me, you're not the only one who feels like a deer caught in headlights when that phone rings.
Well, let's start with the basics then. What's usually the first thing you hear when you pick up the phone?
Usually it's something like, hello, this is company name.
Right. And that means the first thing we've got to figure out is how to ask for the company name if they don't offer it right away.
So something like, could you please tell me the name of your company?
Yeah, that's a good, clear way to do it. Or if you want to sound a little more formal, you can say, may I have the name of your company, please?
Got it. Simple enough. What's next in the dance?
After the company name, they'll usually say their name, or you'd ask it. So you might hear, this is caller name, or something similar.
Oh, we might need to ask something like, could you please spell your name for me?
Absolutely. And sometimes they'll also give you their department along with the name. If not, it's good to be ready to ask.
So, like, what department are you calling from?
Exactly. Now, sometimes you'll get someone who just launches right into their reason for calling.
No names, no nothing, just, I need help with.
Yep, happens all the time. That's when we need to politely ask for the essentials.
And how do we do that smoothly without sounding too abrupt?
A good way is to start with something like, okay, before we proceed, may I have your name, please?
Sounds professional. And once we have the caller's name and company, what's the next piece of the puzzle?
Next, you'll need to figure out who they need to talk to or what department.
So you'd ask, who are you trying to reach? Or, who would you like to speak to today?
Exactly. And if they've already mentioned a name, you'll want to confirm it. So like, all right, so you're trying to reach in your own name. Is that correct?
That's great. And what if you don't know the person they're asking for?
That happens. You can say something like, I'm not familiar with that name. What department is this person in?
Or, if you know the person is not available, then you'd say.
You could say, I am sorry, that person isn't available at the moment. Would you like to leave a message?
And how do you actually transfer the call, assuming that person is available?
A simple, one moment, please, I'll transfer you, works just fine. Or, please hold, I'm transferring your call to person's name or department.
Okay, what if the person on the other end says something and you're not 100% sure what they mean?
That is when you can use phrases like, could you please repeat that? Or could you spell that out for me?
And sometimes there's that lag between what you heard and what you think they said.
You bet.
Yeah.
You can always say, so, if I understand correctly, you're saying that. That's helpful to make sure you're both on the same page.
So we've got the company, the name, the department, the purpose, and how to transfer. Anything else?
Just remember to always be polite and patient. A little thank you goes a long way.
And be prepared with pen and paper if you need to take a message.
Absolutely. It's always good to have that handy. The whole thing is about being prepared and having these basic phrases locked down.
That's right. It makes it so much less stressful, you know? Like, it takes the panic out of the equation.
Exactly. With a few key phrases and a little practice, you can handle pretty much any business call in English.
All right, ready to tackle that next call, are we?
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.